Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another pubcast. My name is Hoid, and this will be another game sent in by Audisek. This is the guy that sent in the game last night that I casted, the one with all the I think it was a 14-0-23-ish. Stats are close. Rubik, really good plays, really solid. So he sent in this one too. For me to cast, he said it was a little less stompy, a little more toned down. So I'm excited to see how it's going to go. This is my third attempt on it because I was getting some visual glitches earlier, and then I noticed my microphone wasn't on. So it's been fun trying to get this one going, and so I'm gonna try to recap what I was talking about, because it was some really solid stuff on the draft and how things were going on and some other stuff, but. Regardless, I'll just try to soldier on through it. This is another captain's mode game, so I'll be trying to focus on the strategy for the time being. As I mentioned, I personally don't think that it is a strong suit of mine to be able to look at a draft and say what they're trying to avoid, what they're trying to pick. I'm very terrible at predicting what people are going to pick in the drafts, and that's why I hardly ever play captain's mode. But regardless, it's good practice for me, so I will sit through this and try to infer something of the bans and picks. And
reserve time.
Also with that, I'll be trying to focus on the mini map and the action and try not to miss as much this time. And it was kind of rough. It was like the first time I'd done it in 2 weeks last night. So, and I'd only done it once the 2 weeks before, and then it'd been like a month since I'd done it. So it's been really sporadic for me casting, and I'm trying to make a big push for it now. Which is why you'll be seeing a lot of these uploads this week. Specifically, hopefully next week, hopefully I'll be able to continue to do this more often. But 1 to 2 games a night for the time being. Trying to get back in the swing of things. I want to get some good practice in, and I want to get good at this. So any and all criticisms and comments, please let me know. I take everything to heart, so feel free to chime in and give your voice to helping me out and stuff. But we've got the bans now, so let's just get into the game. We have the first ban for the Radiant. It is a bristleback. Not exactly sure what they're trying to avoid. Not exactly sure. I have a general idea, because with a bristleback, you're trying to avoid long, drawn-out fights. You want to be able to burst your opponents down and goodness, that is very annoying. And they're trying to burst their opponents down, so we might be seeing some big teamfight ultis, especially if it's some burst damage. They want the damage to get through the armor or whatnot. They don't want to have to focus on bristleback. And the laning stage, they might be drafting a hero that doesn't exactly have a carry that doesn't exactly have an escape or the ability to kill a bristleback before he picks up speed. Then the IO picked off. And I think these were the same guys, or at least a couple of them were the guys that banned the IO in last night's game. So I'm thinking it might just be a pub meta sort of thing. IO is still pretty popular. Global ganks, it's all really strong if you can coordinate it really well. So it's a pretty fair hero to ban, and a pretty decent one to be scared of as well, because turn a one man dive into a 3-man counter gank. So big thing. Faceless Void and Earthshaker. First 2 bans for the Dire side. I guess they saw the sort of
Dire team pick.
They might have saw the sort of like big team fight ulti sort of thing. So they want to get Earthshaker, Echo Slam out. They didn't want Faceless Void. I'm again, like I said, not too sure what those are. Could just all be flavor of the week. Could just be what they're wanting. But I'm getting too hung up on the bans here, and we have picks coming out now. First 2 picks for the Dire, first pick, and we'll see the second pick here. Doom, Nature's Prophet, and Witch Doctor currently picked right now. Doom makes more sense about the bristleback ban right now, because bristleback can get so tanky that you kind of have to doom him so he doesn't like wreck your team and cast spells and everything, but you also don't want to have to doom him because he's so tanky that he's not likely to die during the doom. So it makes sense. And then the Enigma here. So yeah, okay. So this is making sense. They're looking for big team fight. They don't want to have to they don't want to have to focus down on one hero. They want to be able to kill them all at once, and so that kind of means they're not going to have much sustain. I don't know what that means what it looks going to look like in terms of heroes, but
5 seconds
that does
remaining.
look like the direction they're going. Nature's Prophet and Witch Doctor coming out. Nature's Prophet, a pretty popular hero. Again, I don't know pub meta too well, but if it's, I'm fairly certain they follow pro meta. At least they try to imitate it to some degree. So, Nature's Prophet, pretty popular pick. Witch Doctor, interesting picking a support like that sort of soon. He's not very active support. He's kind of passive, but he protects lanes really well. Cask is pretty strong as long as there's an enemy creep wave there. Heal is good for sustain, and the ulti can be a big game-changing thing coming along later. It looks like for the third ban here out by Kuba Russ, I guess I should call him by the team name if they have one, is the Shadow Shaman. They want to avoid some of the split pushing power. They don't want Nature's Prophet to have somebody that he can jump down on a tower with and lose media. I'm a little surprised on the Invoker. I was about to say I would have guessed a DP ban if they weren't going to pick her themselves, because kind of seemed like the kind of push thing themselves, and the fact that DPs usually get really tanky and you don't want to have the ghosts going around in a fight. DP, you can't burst down and whatnot. But instead, it'll be an Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
They don't want to have that. I guess they don't want to have the tornado cut through the black hole, EMPs that could be mana dependent sort of things.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I'm not too certain on that one. I would have thought DP would have been the ban there, cutting down on the split push, because it doesn't seem like that Kuba Russ will have much of counter split push, at least with how they're banning this so far. We'll see the Anti-Mage and Magnus. Anti-Mage and Magnus banned out by the Radiance. Magnus, another big teamfight ulti. I'm guessing that's just what they're thinking. Great setup for Black Hole if you can hit it. That's an insane amount of lockdown time. So it makes sense. I can buy into that. Not sure what the Anti-Mage is. It just seems like they're banning kind of hard carries. I wouldn't have guessed Anti-Mage would be part of this team either. I guess Radiant might be worried about having enough lockdown, considering that the only reliable stun they have at this point, and they were planning to have at this point, would be the Vengeful Spirit.
Radiant team pick.
But we'll move on from here. Venge, Full Spirit, Bat Rider, and Luna now picked out. We'll be seeing the fourth pick here by Kuba Russ, and that's it's an interesting lineup, but an oddly squishy one. Luna is known for being a paper thin carry, not only because of low armor or low-ish armor. I'm not saying that it's super low, and below average HP, but it's mostly the low range on the auto attack. You have to get in pretty close enough for somebody to jump in and catch you. And it's a little interesting after the Bat Rider pick, because Bat Rider can get a jump on Luna even with a BKB that without much. You have to build a lot into HP and damage reduction before Luna's not going to be able to get burst down by the Bat Rider and whoever's ganking with her. But that just follows up big ultis here. It does look, Ancient Apparition. They wouldn't be able to kill Bristleback in that. I guess I'm just confirming what I've already assumed at this point. We'll be seeing a. What is this? Is this a offlane or? That's gonna be a jungle enigma.
Reserve time.
Probably an offlane Bat Rider. Is that mid Doom in Ancient Apparition with a? So picking the safe lane carry now. If it isn't Doom, and then it might be the mid or safe lane carry. I'm not sure. Lycanthrope, last pick out by the Dire here. There's the Dire on the top lane there. Surprised he wasn't banned out yet. Pretty common to ban Lycan. Even in the pub scene in Captain's mode if they're on the Dire side, especially if there's a Nature's Prophet. So I'm a little surprised Kuba Russ didn't do that. Instead, these kind of odd Invoker. I'm not sure what they were trying to avoid in that. I guess big EMPs, global ganks sort of things. I don't think that was that much of a threat. I think the Lycan, and I would have guessed the DP, but heck, what do I know? Would have been better bans, but this is worrisome for them. This could be a level 1 Rosh, and Templar Assassin will be the last pickup by Kubarus, and so I'm gonna. My money's on a very, very quick check to Roshan at level 1 because Lycanthrope, Nature's Prophet, you got Vengeful Spirit and Luna. Either can be natural Basilius carriers. Witch Doctor has his heal. You can get that at level 1 instead of the cask. This is you got the negative armor. This is a level 1 Rosh strat. 95% certain. They have, at the very least, they have all the tools to do it if they don't have it. And now we got to look at Kubarus's lineup here, and can they fight at level 1? Templar Assassin has the refraction, should have the refraction at level 1. She'll lack range, so she's not the best level 1 fighter, but that will block if used properly, will block a good bit of burst coming out here by, wow, good bit of burst coming out by the dire side from probably. Oh man, there won't be much. So it's not gonna be a big deal. I'm just worried about getting in range for it. Will we see a smoke? Are they stacking up for it? They got the Basilius. They have it. They're starting to move down. TP, oh boy, TP by the AA to the mid tower. He wants to get there and get there fast. One thing's for certain, AA is one of the best early game like level 1 fighters because of that chilling touch. Just all of that right-click damage on a lot of heroes, especially if you have ranged heroes, is a big deal. But at level 1, TA isn't a ranged hero, and Enigma and Batrider both have kind of low base damage. There we go, we'll find it out. And chilling touch hits now. There's the wolves summoned. We'll be seeing the Malefice go out there on Lycanthrope, Venge stun landing on Doom, and one more right click and he should be down. The refraction is bursted now, and it's just right clicks from the dire side here. We have the Batrider coming out, and the damage is coming. Salve used on the Lycanthrope, another Venge stun thrown out, and no one's fallen yet. No one's even that low. The summons are kind of eating the TA apart, and it looks like they want to go back in. But the level 1 Rosh is disrupted, and I don't think they're going to be. I don't think the Dire is going to be stupid enough to do this. No, but instead both teams will back up a little worse for wear, a little lacking in mana and HP, and everyone will be going to their lanes from here on out. So it looks like it is a safe lane Doombringer with the Ancient Apparition. I have time to say that after the TA was picked, but TA middle most certainly, and Batrider off lane. Lycanthrope and Vengeful Spirit currently sitting on the off lane with Nature's Prophet middle and Witch Doctor and Luna going into the top lane. The dire side is not going to be happy about this. They had their strat based around Rosh, like that was the plan, and now it's with it being disrupted like that. You can tell their lanes are a little wonky. They expected to be able to come into these, or they wanted to be able to come into these lanes and be at level 2 and dominate, because this is a little bit of a weak offlane. The Enigma can rotate in. It's not like Venge or Lycan have much in terms of escape or even lockdown. It's just the one Venge nuke, and fairly easy for them to check her mana and see that she'll have enough for one in the entire laning stage until she gets some more regen, and because she was the reason why no one died in that clash. From the dire side at least, because stun coming out, locked down the Batrider when we had some people down, so she's lacking some regen. There she goes, buy some more up, and they'll have to be ferrying a lot of regen back and forth to keep this off lane self-sustainable. But for the time being, I don't think we'll be seeing any kills down here. It's not until the Enigma goes around to gank the lane. But Chilling Touch, big deal. Malefice is good. He had to get Malefice at level 1, so a little unfortunate. His demonic conversion is a little down. I'll bring up. Oh man, goodness, what the heck? There we go. Last instance W. Should remember that. Yeah, Doom not exactly a bursty hero. He doesn't, unless he eats one of those net creeps, then we'll not be seeing much aggression out in this bomb lane. But the Vengeful Lycan do have to be careful though. If they overextend, they get a little too ballsy, then we could see one of them fall down there. Nature's Prophet been going against the TA, and time to say anything about this yet, but not exactly an ideal situation for him, as he has no easy way to burn off the refraction charges. Not unless TA lets all the little treants jump around him, jump around her, that is, and burn them all away. But they move slowly enough, and they move obviously enough that unless he gets a really good sprout, and while she's low enough as it is, that I wouldn't fear much against him. And we should be seeing first blood. There's the last right click by the TA. That's it's pretty much to be expected in this lineup, or in this setup. Nature's Prophet, low base HP, low strength, pretty much, and TA. Putting the 2 points in side blades, giving the extra range, not a normal build. I've seen most people leave 1 point in there, instead go for a 2-1-1 at level 4, and then put in the extra point into refraction, getting the fraction charges up. But it's not that odd. It helped him out there. The range evened him up because he has 600, and it means the with TA getting lucky with the rune up here, and trying to make sure I catch everything. Seen some decent warding, but he'll be spotted out here by this radiant ward. So some pretty easy for Kuba Russ to deward that. I'm really worried about the Dire team's laning here. It doesn't seem like they had a contingency plan for level 1 Rosh failing, and that's not a good thing when you draft such an obviously level 1 Rosh lineup. Mid lane's weak, off lane's weak, top lane can't get a kill on the Batrider, not without 1 or 2 rotations, and I'm not even by the Nature's Prophet. Sprout isn't going to help out. He just has to Firefly over it. He has to be really caught out by this, and so far, what I'd guess is Kuba Russ would have to make some really foolish plays before they getting massively ganked or killed in these lanes. So as long as they play passively and carefully, I think they will. They will easily pull ahead. As you can see here, net worth they're kind of all sitting on the top as it is. But they'll be pulling ahead in the gold. They have a jungler, so the XP is split a little bit better. And even better than having a jungler is having a jungler with no one to contest him. This Lycan isn't going to do it, because Vengeful Spirit's not going to do it, Witch Doctor's not going to do it, and you have to have the Nature's Prophet to hold some sort of contestment against the TA, so he's going to be able to farm way to his heart's content. I doubt he's going to get ganked here. There's some dewarding coming out by the Ancient Apparition. So this is a very solid standpoint coming from Kuba Russ right now. I would guess they understand their position. They have a Doom. He farms fast. He has going for a quick Midas. He'll have it relatively soon. Nothing to complain about. They have even better late game too. Luna's a strong carry, no doubt about that. But Doom thrown out on her. Doom's quite strong in this sort of situation. You can Doom the Lycan, Doom the Luna, and even the odds a little bit. TA, if not controlled, not ganked, and uncontested in lane early on, can ball out of control really quickly. The Enigma, uncontested in farm like this, is a big deal. And the same thing with Batrider. These are heroes that you want to have some sort of early game control over, at least one or two of them. You don't have to lock down all of them, because that's a little ridiculous. That's calling for complete early game domination. But you want to get one or two of these heroes down. You can't allow your enemy to have 3 of these heroes that just get crazy with uncontested farm, in such easily contested farm. But the Dire didn't draft for it. They expected Rosh to be at level 1, and they didn't plan for that to go wrong. We'll be seeing Nature's Prophet TP here on the bottom. Doom coming out on a lycanthrope. It looks like he will fall himself, and the Doom on the Lycan hasn't killed him yet and shouldn't tick over. Solid gank. The Doombringer was a little low to begin with, and I'm not sure why he thought specifically he could do it, but the Nature's Prophet TPing and Sprout evened up the odds, saved the lycanthrope, and that's the sort of thing the Dire need to be doing. They need to be taking these smart fights. They knew they got quite lucky. But they knew that the Enigma wasn't coming in. They had this ward here. They knew it was just the AA. They knew it was just the Doom, and that the Enigma wasn't going to come in with his demonic conversions and even the odds. So it was a smart gank, and they have to take more of these to bring themselves back in from this weak laning stage. That, and they need to be able to take an uncontested rosh. They have the lineup to do it. They can do it fast, and they can do it good. So they have the lineup to do that, and I'd be worried about that if I was on Kubaras. I really hope I'm remembering that name properly, because I'm doubting that now. Regardless, I'll roll with it, and keep on going here. So they have the rosh. Unfortunately, they have one of the best rosh checkers in the game in the form of Templar Assassin with these psionic traps here in Rosh Pit. They sit and check, and you have to get some invis-section, but even then, you tip off pretty hard where, when you're doing it. Traps gone? Okay, they're probably doing Rosh, and then you just throw another one in. Are they still there? Are they still doing Rosh? It's hard to sneak a Rosh with a Templar Assassin, at level 6. So, good, very solid drafting. That wasn't something I picked up at all, from the drafting stage here. So very solid, and I'm certain, of course, that was planning by Kubaras. We'll be seeing the Lycanthrope transition into the jungle. Well, maybe it was just for a camp or two. He has the Morbid Mask, so he could do a few bit, but he's still lacking a large any form of mana regen, as the Ring of Basilius is what you normally pick up on Lycanthrope. But he's lacking any sort of mana regen, so he's not going to be able to do it for long. And just a Morbid Mask, it's not going to be a big thing. We see Doom off cooldown now, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Enigma come in for a rotation soon. As weak as the lane, this off lane is, I really expected the Enigma to be doing a little bit more. He's level 6. He's got Black Hole. He has Soul Ring. He has the Buckler on Mechanism for Mechanism, and so I really expected more to happen. Oh, we've seen the TA come up with an Invis Rune. Bat Rider now coming in. The Eclipse is up, so they want to wait for the creep waves. This might be a really gutsy. There's the Eclipse. Bat Rider gets it. Refraction charges, absorbing almost all of the Eclipse damage. There's the Sprout. Nature's Prophet's top now, and the right clicks will go out. No more Invis, no more hiding away for the Luna will fall on the end, and the Nature's Prophet will just barely get away. A 2-for-1 trade, not exactly as clean as Kubaras were hoping for, but it'll do, and really lucky refraction charges on this Templar Assassin, because I was worried that a few would hit that Bat Rider, and he probably would have fallen if more than one hit him. Nature's Prophet finishing up that hand I saw a minute ago. We're going to be seeing some greed gaming coming out here. Doom has one. Lycanthrope's probably going to avoid one, but at least one on each side, probably. Bat Rider, yeah, he's rushing and blink. Just one on each side. Not an extreme case, but I would rather. I mean, the Dooms was quite a bit earlier, and with Devour, his farm will be a bit faster. But Nature's Prophet hoping to use his as a springboard of sorts to get back from that lackluster laning stage we're seeing middle there, and we'll see him TP bottom. Lycanthrope uses his ultimate. Howl coming out. Doom's kind of all by himself here, and he gets the Doom off, but there's no follow-up. Lycanthrope, he has his ult off, so there's nothing really to do. Oh my goodness, he gets the cold feet on him, but it doesn't matter. He's still really tanky, and he's easily alive. The Enigma came in way too late. Black Hole, not enough mana for it. He used the Malefice. There's the Vengeance coming out. One last Howl, I guess. Or Wave of Terror, that's what it's called. And that'll pick up the last kill. Not what you want to have, not what you want to be doing on Kubaras. That's one thing I didn't account for, is that it did just take the Nature's Prophet to come in and more than even the odds. The Ancient Apparition without a ranged hero without ranged carry to throw the Chilling Touch on is a little lackluster, especially if Doom doesn't have any plus attack speed, and he is none at this point. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to the jungle, eaten a large creep, and getting a solid attack speed or one of the damage auras or whatnot. So a little bit of some misplay here. Really good TPs by the Nature's Prophet. It keeps getting in this little nook right here or right there in the shadow, so they don't know he's there. And then the Lycan and Venge initiate on the Doombringer. making them think that they're going for some crazy dives. We'll be seeing the AA ulti land out here on the Vengeful Spirit. That's a swap, really short range, but the TA is here, and Nature's Prophet is kind of boned now. One last right click will take him down. He spawns some little pumpkin babies, but that's not enough to. That's not going to be enough to anything. Actually feeding a little bit of them. That's some free experience and whatnot. Well, after that all. The lycanthrope transitions back into the jungle. He's at that Basilius now, so it's a little weird. Eclipse coming out here on the Bat Rider. Away from his creep wave. You do not want to be... that's the sort of situation you don't want to find yourself in against the Luna at at level 6 or above, because really easy to burst you down if all of a sudden you're like, oh, my creeps are gone, and then Eclipse. Huge damage. We'll be seeing the AA ulti fly up here. A little wide, but the TA TP in kind of scared away the Luna, and that'll be a whiff. Nature's Prophet looking to push down mid right now. He's sitting on a Mithril Hammer, Hand of Midas, and a Ring of Basilius right now. No boots yet. Never like to see that at 13 minutes in the game. Even if you are TPing most places, it's not how I'd like to do it, because see, look, now you're running top and it's taking you forever. But regardless, they're doing pretty good. Graphs a little bit in the favor of Kubarus right now in gold. You can see some dips here. It was actually pretty even in gold earned and XP earned, but it's still a little bit in the favor, about 2K each. Not insurmountable by all means, but just a factor of the lackluster laning stage of the early game. But for being 2K gold and XP down, the Dire is doing a very good job of capitalizing and taking almost even trades, which when being behind is pretty much all you can ask for. Bat Rider trying to go back into the jungle now. He's really close to his Blink Dagger. He'll buy it now for certain. And that'll be... I thought I saw another Blink Dagger out by somebody. Yes, it was on the TA, who has a Blink Dagger of her own. Really like that item on TA if you can get it fast enough, and I usually can't, so... because I suck at TA, so his mid tower will go down with just the Indolings and everything, but the deny comes out from Lycanthrope, and that'll be a big disappointment for the Radiant. They had all 5 heroes there, they had everyone committed to that. They lost their top tier 1, they were looking for a trade, and instead it gets denied, and that's a big chunk of gold lost for losing their own tower. Their own tower top. Smoked up, 3 of them three of them I saw. I think they might have been trying to do Rosh, but instead they're ganking this Templar Assassin. The stun comes out, Refraction Charge is still up, no burst yet, AA ulti lands, Flame Break coming out by Bat Rider. He's got his blink now, but it's on. He's getting hit by these wolves. Good micro by the Lycanthrope. Meld comes out, saves TA's life. There's the Sprout, but it doesn't provide True Sight Profit, so it's not going to help you out here, man. And instead everyone just disengages for the time being. Blink up by the Bat Rider, never had a chance to use the lasso, but everyone will just disengage with a little bit less mana and HP than they had when it started. Enigma, he has his mech now, he has the Soul Ring, he's probably looking to get a Blink Dagger and or BKB next. There's not much in terms of actually stopping him from channeling his ultimate, so I think a Blink would be rather good. It's got Venge Stun, Cask, and the Luna Blast, which actually, to be fair, in terms of Dota, that's not very much. It sounds like 3 skills, 3 out of 5 heroes have a way to stop him, but it's only 3 skills. The bottom room gets denied here by the little tree babies. A little unfortunate for Zunder there on the TA. We'll be seeing. Let's see. The Kubarus has one tower advantage. Not a big deal. It's a very even game so far. I mean, 3K XP, just over 2K gold earned, and but it's a pretty even game for the time being. I'm worried though that this Lycan is gonna be left alone here. As you can see, he's been jungling. He has the Vlads up. He's finishing up his power tread soon, and with his Vlads, he can solo. As far as I understand, if the nerfs didn't change much, he can solo Roshan on his own. But something I haven't noticed, I can't believe I haven't noticed, is that this Luna has a surprisingly lack of items. She'll have an Aquila and the Mithril Hammer on the Courier, but that doesn't exactly account for not having more. But it'll be, regardless, there's going to be 4 of them down on this lane. Nature's Prophet has the Maelstrom. Got the name wrong on that. The Maelstrom cleared up now. Doom's trying to hold us on his own, but the way the push gets thrown back, and for the time being, these guys will get away. But there's some action on the top lane. Lycan got out of the Batrider lasso and used his shapeshift to get out. Blink Dagger is not going to help you unless you got a really solid. But we'll be seeing TPs down to this lane. Enigma here doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet. Nope, still doesn't have a Blink Dagger. Just wanted to double check that. But we have Doom. We have AA ulti off cooldown. We have Black Hole. No Black Hole yet seen. Would have liked to see it used on a solo kill on the bottom lane when the Lycan and Avenge were still laning down here. But he never did. He kind of, in my own opinion, he sat on his ulti too long. At level 6, you really should just go and use it and get a solo kill. In my personal opinion, because I mean, you're not gonna have big team fight flashes until like 20. I mean, even at this point, that he hasn't really had a good chance at using one. So try to get a hero, get a solo kill with it, and then call it a day. It's a good thing. It's nothing to be ashamed about to get a solo kill with a Black Hole at level 6 or in the early game. Items will slow down a little bit for the heroes, just picking up some upgrades to the boots and whatnot. We'll be seeing a TP by the Nature's Prophet here into the mid lane. Oh, I thought he was going somewhere, but did cancel it in the end. His might is coming off cooldown. Still no boots. Instead, Belt of Strength. But at least it looks. I mean, at least I can assume that might be Power Treads or a Necronomicon, one or the other. Hopefully, it's boots because boots. So, let's take a quick look at net worth right now. We have the Doombringer sitting on the top with 7,200 gold. Nature's Prophet 6,800, and then the solo mid TA. So Luna, not exactly what you want to be sitting with. Just 5,700 gold at 20-ish minutes is not exactly ideal. I guess that top lane was a little bit more rough than I expected, with the Witch Doctor not being able to lane the Batrider out and getting ganked by that TA up there as well. So surprisingly low amount of farm. Batrider blinks in, picks up the oh my goodness, who is that? Luna. Wow, I am really smart. Doom's the Witch Doctor, and the Eclipse comes out, actually bursting down the Batrider in the Ancient Apparition. He hasn't died yet. One more ulti to come out. Come on, man, just toss it down there. Oh, instead you're gonna go back to base. That's fine. I think that's not a bad idea. But I would have thrown the ulti at least, because I wouldn't have thought you would make it out there to begin with. But Shapeshift wears off, and Doom is now safe behind the security of his own tower. There's the ulti from AA. A little missing a little bit, but TA coming in here on the back end, sells the Blink Dagger. Refraction charges getting gone, but there's Blink Dagger no longer used. Meld, they have no detection. Nope, no detection currently, and the TA will get away safe and sound. Just blink down, blink away. Yep, smart move. And that'll be a 1 for 2. Yeah, they used the lasso, they used the Doom, and the Eclipse was used by the Dire Time side, and the Batrider was the only one to fall. Yeah, that's the recap. Hooray! BKB coming out for Doom next item after his Drums of Endurance and Phase Boots. He had the highest net worth. He's doing pretty good in his farm right now. That Midas and that Devour really powering him through this mid game to get some of these big items up before they're able to lose much traction that they've been building up for the last 20 minutes or so. Because that'll stop the Eclipse, which is a really big source of damage for the time being. But he'll probably be going some form of armor or some way to clear the waves. Probably a Shiva's. After that would be my bets. So we can lower the attack speed of the Dire team and clear waves a little faster if needed. AA ulti coming in, but the Malefice, just a little too soon. But it did hit. Oh my goodness, that didn't look like it should have hit. Midnight Pulse clearing up the wave. Tower's taking quite a beating, but Nature's Prophet will make it out with his skin, and Howl used just by liking clearing up these ancients here. Sport's trying to back them up. It looked like they wanted to get them down. They know. I think they definitely know that there's a ward up there. Because their own sentry ward got de-warded themselves. So, but they'll be looking to do a push mid. Rosh is going to be a big centerpiece in this game. I can kind of tell right now. The Radiant will want to do it themselves to, at the very least, deny it to the dire side. I don't think it'll be a big deal. As a lot of these heroes, apart from TA, have a kind of like one-off sort of thing. So when Rosh happens, I do suspect it'll be given to the TA instead of the Doombringer, unless he has a crazy amount of farm. But we have yet to see that happen, so I can only speculate. AA doing a pretty solid job of keeping these wards gone, but Lycanthrope will kind of scare him. TA coming down. There's the Doom on the Vengeful Spirit. Actually, didn't get on the Lycan. Venge will fall. There's the lasso, and oh wow, the burst getting Lycan. I thought he might have been able to get out of there, but they had the Chilling Touch, and TA now counts as a full range hero now with side blades out. Yeah, that's so. It's really good. Along with Refraction and Meld Strike, that is some scary damage. Meld doesn't exactly help the Chilling Touch at all because it's magic, or it's physical damage, and the Chilling Touch is magical damage. But regardless, they all still stack, well enough to stay at counts. Enigma getting the Blink Dagger. I noticed that a minute or two ago. Kind of a big deal. Still has yet to use his Black Hole. I'm not sure if it's just because they're scared to use it, or just he hasn't had the opportunity. But I think it's more of just hasn't had the opportunity to. I don't think these guys are. I think they just want to find a good opportunity and get it. And he hasn't been a part of all that many fights. He's 0-1-0 currently, so he hasn't even helped anybody get a kill. And he's just been trying to farm, but he has the mech, he has the Soul Ring, he has a Blink Dagger at 24 minutes. He's been uncontested in farm, and that's nothing to scoff at. Well, the Radiant will be doing Roshan themselves now. Lycanthrope more than certainly going to scout this with his Wolves going to find them out. We already have 3 people rotating in down here, but we have the Nature's Prophet. He has a TP in, but the Venge is isolated, so it's going to be a 4v5 if they choose to fight it. Big Black Hole, 2 on it. Oh, Witch Doctor just on the edge. His ulti is there. There's the Eclipse. BKB on the Luna, keeping her alive. Shapeshift used. Batrider will fall, and only the TA will survive. And there she goes. She gets the Aegis and the Rosh kill, and she's back up. There's the Meld. They don't have any invis detection, but I lied. They do. There's the Dust, not used in time, and she gets a blink out. Wow, big fight for them. Vengeful Spirit getting there in time. I was worried about that. Getting there in time to actually be useful and be part of it, and the Necronomicons. Woo-hoo! They were chewing. They were chewing the Kubarus up. Doom died really quickly. I don't believe. Yeah, he didn't get even a chance to pop his BKB, though. Might have gotten that back at base. We're seeing there we go. That'll be the last. That'll be the last news from Nature's Prophet after the AA ulti, and this is the end for Venge. Tower falls, but they get two kills on the return and respawn. Pretty good. They can lose the mid tower for control of Rosh as long as they keep this bottom tier 2. This is going to be an incredibly important tower for the Radiant. As without it, the runtime to Rosh is incredibly long. You expect your tier 1s to get taken down, so you don't count on those too much. But when an enemy lineup is dependent on Rosh as much as the Dire team is, you want to make sure you have control over it. You want to make sure you have wards. You want to make sure you have a way to TP in if you get caught out and need to get back as soon as possible. So they're gonna want to make sure this tier 2 stays up for quite some time. And they're in a solid position. Bottom is pushing out. This tier 2 for the Dire team is as equally important for them as the Radiant's tier 2 is. Well, will we see it? That's just the Witch Doctor falling. No lasso used yet. Vengeful Spirit stun. Doom going out on the Venge even after the nuke fall. There goes AA. There's the lasso after after the shapeshift was used, the cold feet did get on him. BKB by Luna. There's no eclipse up right now, so Nature's Prophet will fall there as well. And just some right clicks here from TA, and that'll be a full team wipe for just the Doom and the AA. Ooh, very, very solidly taken. And that eclipse was not up yet, and that's if they had that, it might have turned the entire fight. But fact is, they didn't, and that'll be the end of this. That'll be the end of this tier 2 bottom. If I was them, I'd be looking to go rotate mid and take that down. They still have 30 seconds until Luna's up, so at the very least they can damage it, probably get it down to half HP. They have the Desolator on the TA right now, so that's some big damage. And Dolian's mech, they should be rotating towards it, but it looks like they'll just be disengaging and going for some Ancients. Yeah, as I was mentioning, as the fight was breaking out, this tier 2 is vitally important for the Dire team. If you don't have the other towers, because it's quick access to rosh. A lot of people talk about the Dire advantage for Roshan, and the tier 2 top and the tier 2 mid are the Dire advantage in a nutshell, because those are close to rosh. You can tier 2s are easy to defend in a grand sense, not a grand non-specific sense. So having 2 tier 2 towers that close to rosh usually means that they have a guaranteed way to contest rosh at all times. Unlike the Radiant, which really have a tier 1 mid, the tier 1 bottom is a little far away, but the tier 2 bottom is close-ish. Even that is still much further than the other Dire towers. So priority number 1 is most certainly this tier 2 middle for the Radiants. It'll be the last of the tower control that the Dire team have. Oh, there's an eclipse really early on a BKB target. Most of the duration completely wasted, and then a panic BKB coming out from Luna. He wasted like 2 seconds of that eclipse. I guess he said that he understood that there's only one target to hit, and that hit, and the max hits. I don't know. It seemed a little foolish, and then the panic BKB, even after the Doom was used on the Nature's Prophet, that's how he died. So, I guess that Batrider was coming in, so they had a shot at it. But even with the BKB, it was still, still not impossible to catch up with him. But Nature's Prophet fallen, kind of a misplay from Luna. That'll be another BKB charge. That was 8-second one, and pretty solid win by Kubaras here. Everyone on the Dire team's kind of stacking up around the Rosh pit. They want control over this. They want control over these wards. Oh, smoke used to no avail, as Enigma was sitting right under it. But the Lycan and the Witch Doctor, and the Luna, in fact, all did get caught out under it. But the Venge was immediately dispelled. AA ulti flying through. It's gonna hit 3. Yeah, no, just 2. It's going to hit 2 of the Dire team. Smoke now dispelled. TA sees the Witch Doctor coming up, and woohoo! Boy, he falls fast. Batrider coming in. He has the lasso going right on the Luna, and she will fall. One more hit. Doom hitting the Lycan. One more tick from it. There we go. And just the Venge left. Oh, she's got to get out of here. Don't know why she was running back down the cliff, but one blink. Meld strike, and that'll be another kill for Zender over there on the Templar Assassin. Not the fights you want to be taking, obviously, on Dire Team. Nobody wants to take fights that you lose, but that was a clearly foolish fight. The BKB by Luna, I think, was still cooling down. The Eclipse wasn't up yet from the gank on the top lane. They don't want to be fighting without Eclipse yet. It's unfortunate that's the position they're in. They don't have enough other damage. They have Venge stun. They have some physical damage, but the Uberus have a mech. They have this ability to avoid the little picks of physical damage coming out from the Dire team, and they'll now transition this into a tier 2 here in the mid lane, taken down on the Dire side. Wolf summoned. They have the shapeshift up. They have the eclipse up now. They should consider going back and swap used on the Doom. He's going to pop his BKB. Oh man, really fast Witch Doctor ulti, not killing anybody, but only sealing his own fate. Vengeful Spirit now falls. That Vengeance Aura hitting over on the Templar Assassin. Luna BKB lasting nowhere near long enough, and that'll just be the doom for the entire Dire team. It looks like they are beginning to unravel. They haven't gotten a they have yet to get a rosh. I mean, only one rosh taken this game. They didn't get their level 1 rosh. Their strat, they haven't found momentum out of their lackluster laning stage, and even after a few good pickoffs and ganks here and there, this TA, this Doom, this TA especially is a huge threat. Look at this, almost all of Luna's armor is negated. Lycan's armor, though I guess Vlad's aura adds 5 that we don't see here. Witch Doctor just becomes paper. Venge goes from 9 to, shoot, I forgot how much. Desolator. But it's just it's just a great item. Great item on TA, especially with the meld stack. But especially against this lineup, low armor until they don't have. I don't think they have a mech yet. No mech. They just have the Aquila aura to affect it. TA a little far up here on the tower, but not really scared of it. Shapeshift used. There's the BKB, but 2 strikes out on the Witch Doctor and he'll fall. Shapeshift used. Necro knock-on spam. Necro 3s were popped, and that'll be the fall of TA. Little far up, trying to just pick this tower away. Down to about a 3rd HP, but all up there alone. Not the end of the world, but not the sort of kills you want to be giving away, because those are the a few more kills like that, and the Dire team suddenly have 2,000 more gold in their favor. They uncontested more or less. This witch she killed the Witch Doctor, but you don't want to trade 5 position support for the 2 position Templar Assassin, who actually has the highest net worth in the game, so it doesn't that doesn't matter much. We'll be seeing a pretty deep push from Dire coming out here. AA ulti, landing on NP and Venge. They won't stop this tower from falling, but it will stop them from pushing any further. Not sure they wanted to push any further than that, but no, Lycan's coming back here on the end. Really surprised that the Dire team hasn't at least coordinated some sort of mech at this point. I know it's a pub game and everything, but mech, 1 mech per team is pretty standard. So, but I'll ignore it for now. Doom out there on Luna, she's gonna fall really fast. Eclipse was up, so she didn't even cancel chest. That'll be the Venge falling. TA is still down, but they don't need her. They have the damage. The Shapeshift is up now, and we'll see the AA ulti. Almost, yeah, there we go. Clips him right on the edge, and Nature's Prophet trying to get out now, but to no avail as the entire Radiant expend every single nuke they had, and he will take another fall. And that was a 4-0 fight by them, so not what they want to. It was a poorly taken fight. There was that Shiva's guard that the Doom finally picked up. Must have got a few minutes ago. I'm pretty terrible at watching item notifications pop up. That'll be what I'll work on tomorrow. But today, minimap awareness, trying to catch action. Actually, I'm pretty happy how it's going so far. So this will be a rosh for them. They're all positioning for it. Ags on AA. Whoo, that's a big deal. Compare it to the Witch Doctor, who on the opposing team, who only has the Staff of Wizardry for supposedly, I guess, his Ags, but full Ags out on AA. It is painful with Ags upgrade and everything. Look at that. It is scepter duration 17 seconds. Oh, that is painful. Super quick rosh coming out here with the Desolator damage and the Meld Strike. Yep, that's the Aegis the Immortal going again on the TA yet again. So they're looking to keep her alive, up and fighting, as it makes sense. She has the most damage, she has the most farm, and is by far the highest threat. But as a silver lining for Kubra-Russ, it is not the linchpin to their strat at this point. As you can tell, they fought without TA in that top lane and traded very successfully even without her. So they've used her as a jumping point from here on. They found momentum and farmed themselves. Batrider, Doom, they all have BKBs. We have BKBs on Enigma. Everyone's magic immune. Everyone has Blink Dagger. Everyone's got a big ulti that can take out someone that needs to be doing something in the Dire team. So it does feel a little bit like the Dire team's drowning. They need to be. They're really scared to leave their base at this point. As you can see there, they've stacked up 2 sentries here right off their front porch, and they're just hoping that the Nature's Prophet can split push well enough to get things done, but still has yet to get boots. Still has yet to get boots. Let's just take a moment to contemplate that. Not smart. Not smart. Okay, he's gonna be going for a really greedy Desolator, but I don't even care at this point. He's so easily kited with his 295 move speed. Like he's given Kubler-Ross a permanent slow on himself in the form of not buying boots, in lieu of still holding on to that freaking Ring of Basilius. It's not worth it, man. Get the move speed, get some HP from power treads, get some attack speed. You need it. But regardless, I fear it's a little too late for them. It tries to go for the deny, but one thing, Orchid goes out on the TA, but that's just a simple BKB off, and they still have vision of her. AA ulti coming out. Oh, big black hole catching 2. I thought it was 3, but Doom hitting over on the Lycanthrope. That'll be the end for the Luna and the Witch Doctor, and this push will continue out here from Kubler-Ross. No one falls. No one even gets kind of low. Apart from, I guess low-ish you could consider the AA, but he's the 5. He's the role 5 support, so getting kind of low isn't a big deal for them anyway. And again, not integral to the push. They should be staying a little bit higher on the ground to reduce the mischance. Not a big deal, but just remember, everybody. If you're gonna push and they're all dead, just stand on top of those steps. No mischance, no big deal, and everybody has a fun time. This will be 2 lanes of racks for them at the very least, with 20 seconds until the Lycanthrope's back up, and 15 seconds from now until Luna's back up. The Eclipse was used that fight. They don't have Shapeshift. Okay, let's say Shapeshift now. I guess it's level 3 ultimate, and they'll be going for the next set of racks now. Only the black holes are really big. Doom's coming off in 30 seconds, but they don't need that to win a fight. They are so far ahead at this point. They're not afraid of losing a team fight. Shapeshift used, BKBs everywhere, AA ulti coming in, lands on what looks like 3, that's Lycanthrope dead. He doesn't have buyback anymore, not sure what he bought in the meantime, but that Rider Lasso goes out on Nature's Prophet, and that will be game, most certainly. GG, last lane of racks, and very, very well executed gameplay coming out by Kubler-Ross, and congratulations on the win, guys. I think the Dire team were just they were so reliant on that level 1 rosh strat that they understood their lanes were weak, but they expected to go into their lanes being at level 2 with an infusion of gold. Unfortunately, they didn't get that. They didn't get anything. Anything they wanted in the laning stage. Few kills here or there, but no big deal. The Templar Assassin was given complete free farm and was able to get a number of ganks and kills. Enigma uncontested, Doom more or less uncontested, but even for that, it's not to take away from the solid positioning and expectation, guessing of what the enemy was gonna do coming out from Kubler-Ross. 6 seconds till the Aegis reclaim. I was getting to pop it off. Whew, I was a little close on that one. We'll see the Witch Doctor ulti coming out, and that'll be Fall of Zender. There's the Divine Rapier. Divine Rapier picked up by the Nature's Prophet. It's not going to win them the game, as the Ancient now falls yet again. Just going to say that congratulations on Kubler-Ross. No big flashy plays coming out from Audisek. He's on the Chihaya. Goodness, I have no idea how to pronounce that name. But it's a solid play for the Ancient Apparition. As you can see, 2-3, 26. Good play. Kubarus just executed. They understood what the enemy strat was, and they executed a solid counter to it. TA to counter, them sneaking a Rosh, Enigma to lock the squishy people down, and Bat Rider to help them get pickoffs along with Doom. And the Dire Draft just wasn't there. Weak lanes, weak ganking potential, most part, unless there was a massive overstep from Kubarus. But congratulations. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Just a good game, guys. Thank you once again for Audisek for sending in the replay. If anybody has any more replays, good or bad, send them in. I'll cast them. I'll post them up, and you can watch me fumble over my words for however long. So thank you for tuning in once again, guys. Put your comments down below on what I can improve on, what you would like to see, what kind of games you'd like to see. You would like to see stomps, you'd like to see single hero analysis. I should practice on all of that sort of stuff. So just let me know. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day to watch it. So you guys are the best, and have a good night.